goes on. Good stuff. And Peon just running for his life there. And see what Todd's done here. He's put down that ivory tower, and because he's upgraded the little thing which flashes on top of the ivory tower, which scouts invisible units, Todd actually has detection out in the field thanks to these buildings you can have in your inventory, which is really cool. I've seen this done before. It's a really good human versus orc strategy against Blademaster, and Todd's not bothering to pick up that Cloak of Shadows. Not a particularly good item, particularly in the situation that he's in. If he wants invisibility, he just needs to use Sorceresses, no problem there. But looks like we've got a Creepjack here, so Todd immediately just bashing that Blademaster over the head with a Stormbolt. He's forced to use another invulnerability potion. Grubby obviously sort of keeping himself in check by buying plenty of these every time he loses one. But things still looking pretty bad for the Orcs here, because the humans are in a nice situation. That Thunder Lizard has been hexed because it's doing so much damage. Grubby's just so scared of it. And here comes some peons as well, just to help tank and sort of take fire, annoy the Orcs. Orc player Grubby here is going for the Sorceress, is a good target for them. And he's got to watch out for that Shadowhunter though, because the Mountain King's on top of him. He's down to just about 100 hit points, and Mountain King's chasing him. Oh, but that's nice. Nets the Mountain King with the radar, so the Mountain King can't quite chase the Shadowhunter down. And looking back at the battle, Grubby seems to actually be sort of making a bit of a comeback here, but he's lost his Coda base. That's another priest back in the battle. And because Grubby's units are so badly slowed at the moment, he doesn't have any dispel for the slow. That's why Todd's coming out on top here. If it were not for that, then Grubby would have the unit class and numbers advantage, but such is not the case. Todd's actually picking off grunts left and right here, and this will give him a lot of experience. He's going to take this one out here, but yeah, bit of an ambush there by. And he's got other units in to ambush this grunt as well, so very nice stuff. Yeah, Todd's got a lot of kills out of this, and his own units are a little bit easier to replace. They're a little bit cheaper. And yeah, Todd doing quite well. Despite losing his hero earlier on in that fight, he's really been on top of this. Has kept his hero levels up, and they're definitely matching Grubby's, and he's going to have an opportunity to creep again now. Just replacing some of his items, I guess. Still got 2 ivory towers there. Yeah, he's bought an invulnerability potion and a healing scroll. So very nice stuff. More sorceresses coming in, and the orcs are going to rebuild more slowly than the humans in this case. So there's Todd heading over to 3 o'clock. We've got the orcs breaking this little rock barrier. If you didn't know it was there, there's a little creep patch on this map behind a barrier of breakable rocks, which you can get to later on in the game once you've bothered to sort of break the rocks. So there you have it. Todd putting another ivory tower down just in case Grubby has a Blademaster. He's not even bothering to pick up that little book yet. He will now. But because he knows there's no Blademaster in the vicinity, he can sort of take his time with the creeps. So Todd's really playing this well. He's a very immaculate player. And that's one reason I really like Todd's play. He's my favorite player of all time. Always liked Todd's play, but a lot of respect for Grubby as well. Todd and Grubby. As I said before in the first game, the reason that I'm commentating the series is because Todd versus Grubby is my favourite matchup in Warcraft. Always come back to the scene for that. Now, Grubby is creeping the mercenary camp on his side of the map, doing it rather late, and I'm interested to see whether he's going to be getting any of the mercenaries himself. His Blademaster is standing next to the camp. He's not hiring anything. Maybe he's just waiting to save up for something, but we'll see shortly. And he's just hanging out there. Todd, he's had his Thunder Lizard for a while, putting down another tower there, of course, just to make sure the Blademaster doesn't steal any of his items, because that would really be a pain. Some good items being found by these creeps at the moment. And I love it how that Thunder Lizard just lights up when he fires his little scales, Triceratops style. And Grubby, look, he has actually got a Thunder Lizard of his own. He doesn't really want the Todd running away with all of the Thunder Lizards, so he's got a Thunder Lizard of his own. And looks like a battle is going to be joined here. Oh my god, and Grubby is actually using a scroll of speed to actually get out of there. He doesn't want to sort of be locked in combat with the humans in an awkward position like that. And Todd doesn't really want to move around the corner because it's kind of like there's not too much space to move there. It's all choked up. Todd doesn't really want to commit, neither player does. But Todd has bought himself another Thunder Lizard, so Thunder Lizards It's 2-1. Todd to Grubby there. Double the Thunder Lizards. And maybe that'll make and break the game. Who knows? But we'll see. I think Thunder Lizards are a better unit for the humans because they need more tanking capacity, and the Archmage boosts the mana for the Thunder Lizards. So Orcs may be, less inclined than the humans would be. But yeah, we'll see. Looks like Grubby's creeping some of these furbolgs here. This is a high level camp really, and he should get a decent item out of this. Todd's fairly far away on the map, so he's not in risk of a creep jack or anything. Staff of Silence. Nice, very nice, especially against humans. That's a nice anti-human item in my opinion, because you can just cast it over all of the sorceresses, Mountain King, Archmage. I'm not sure if it affects the Thunder Lizards, but I assume that it does. So that'll be a staff that Grubby ought to use in the next battle. The next battle, by the way, probably might even be a decider. But here's Todd just getting rid of all of the creeps. He's being very thorough. He's taking out the creeps behind the line of smashable rocks there. So that's looking good. The Thunder Lizards just lighten up the scales. And got a single peon running around the middle of the map. Just looking to see where Todd is. Todd's... another good thing about those ivory towers, apart from just spotting Blade Masters, is that they're good intel. Just hang around the map, seeing if your opponent is expanding anywhere you didn't expect, and seeing if they're coming via some route that you didn't expect. Seeing if they're attacking. And level 5 Archmage, so that's looking good. Level 3 Watermelons, if you like the little mix-up I made the last game. Level 3 Water Elementals are really, really powerful summons units, and Todd is going to be very glad that he's got them. But the main focus is getting the Mountain King up to level 5 as well, because once you've got level 3 Stormbolt, then that's some serious firepower, and he has got level 5, so that's going to be tough for Grubby. He's really going to have to watch out for Stormbolts, even more so than usual up against Todd. And the next battle, I feel, is going to be fairly cataclysmic, given that both players have got level 5 heroes, and armies are starting to get pretty big, and both sets of heroes are all sort of packed out with items at this point, so it's gonna be rough. And Grubby's sending a Blade Master across the map. He's gonna see Todd's army heading towards the midsection of the map area, and a single peon going at it against the scout tower. Peon versus tower, whack. And not much happening from Grubby. So at this point, guys, looks like we are just going to wait for the big battle, as is often the case in Warcraft 3. Todd looks like he's mixing and matches items, just making sure he's got the perfect combination for value for money. He's got plenty of little claws on that Archmage, so it's going to do plenty of damage, range damage there. He's really built a lot of Spellbreakers, which I feel is a cool idea, because it really gets rid of all of that Spirit Link on Grubby's army, and all the Spirit Link will come over to Todd's army, and Grubby will be forced to reapply it and waste mana, and that'll be less money you can use for Dispel, and Slow will start to get the better of him. So it's quite nice. I mean, human casters are excellent casters, probably the best of all 4 races. Good units. And we've got an invisible Mountain King spearheading the attack here. Just wants to make sure he doesn't get hexed straight away, and wants to be able to get his abilities off before Grubby gets his own abilities off on Todd. And Todd's actually making an aggressive move here. He's heading straight for Grubby's base. Grubby's going to be aware of this. He knows that Todd's on his side of the map now. We've also got peasants actually following the human army to the attack. So this could be fairly committed stuff here. Oh no, he's actually heading back to base, so maybe he's either decided not to attack, or he's going to try and convert them to militia. We'll find out shortly. And it looks like Grubby is just doing a last-minute dash for the perfect item combination, and here we go. Time for an attack. So Todd is actually going straight for Grubby's base at this point, and Grubby is getting ready to fight back. I don't really like Grubby's position there in that sort of little bit of a choke point. Well, it's not really a choke point, it's not so bad. In the meantime, Todd's actually getting his peons on militia. He's going to actually get them joined in this fight, and here we go, guys. This is the big fight. The Mountain King's in the thick of it. He's been silenced, but that didn't the area of effect of that didn't really hit any other units. Both heroes, both melee heroes going for invulnerability potions straight away. Looks like Todd's Thunder Lizards are blasting away using their stomp ability, and that's really going to hurt the orcs, slowing them down. We've got plenty of Sorcerer's Slow on them as well, and the Spellbreaker's just going nuts with Spirit Link grabbing. All of the sorceresses and the human heroes have been taken with Spirit Link. We've got human militia coming in from behind. And things are looking really good for Todd here. He hasn't lost any of his heroes, and the orc heroes are starting to really run out of mana thanks to the Spellbreakers. And we've got all the human heroes live at the back, just casting away water elementals, packing most of the damage, and some items sitting around the middle. Cloak of Shadows, nobody needs that. Oh my god! And wow, looks like that Blade Master is really hurting. Things going badly for Grubby here. He's losing a lot of units. Staff of Silence gone off again, but it's only affected the Thunder Lizards. They've already had most abilities. Grubby GG's. That's it, guys. Todd wins the series. 2-1 to Todd. He's taken it out. Humans, victors of the day. Very exciting game. Excellent stuff.